Hello to all you wonderful weirdos. It is currently Sunday morning where I am recording this. Welcome to this playthrough experience that I'm bringing to you here in the form of the Morrow's Golden Country. I am the one and only former moon god, a Sacred Stones romhack that ended on a bit of a intense note. Honestly, we are really going into it right now. Instead of going to the infamous chapter that I heard so much about, we actually have something that I needed to restart because I made a simpleton's mistake. This is chapter A, The Found Prince. I'm going to let the game explain because they do a really good job of explaining this. The Fallen Kingdom of Holanus. A barren and dying land. In a forgotten age, the nation had prospered like few other. Similarly to Dalst, knowledge was one of their key resources. However, a calamity long forgotten by history scoured the land, with almost none living to tell their tales, and only the past century have settlers returned. Within the barren wasteland, a young light grows. A youth whose light was thought to have been lost 12 years prior. After years of doubt and hardship, Hyperius's journey has borne fruit. Prince Zeke is alive. Well then, I believe we're nearly there, Alexis.
Excellent, sir. Nearly where, exactly? You told me little of our task. Not to offend, of course.
No, you've got a point. I apologize for keeping you in the dark so long, especially since you're so inexperienced. But that's part of why I chose you. Despite your youth, you valiantly stood for the kingdom that day. I knew I needed one of your spirit for the road ahead. As for the task itself, do you recall Prince Zeke at all?
I think I would have been 4 or 5 when he passed. I knew of him, but never personally, of course.
Well, ever since his departure, there's been stirrings, I'll say. Do you recall the king's late advisor, Count Marius?
Yes, absolutely.
Around the time of the Mavionese Revolution, the man began to fear for the kingdom. Far more than the king himself feared, really. After his passing, I found records of his indicating dealings. Ooh. I'm slowly but surely going to get caffeinated over the course of this video. Specifically, notable sums of gold made out to a small community in Holanus. They began around 12 years ago, and periodically continued until he died, with a substantially larger sum 3 weeks before illness claimed him.
What's all this mean, sir?
Well, that's what we're here to discover. But I've got a theory. One that may shake the nation. We're here. Pardon me, miss. I am Hyperius Galahad's, envoy of Elbacor.
Did you say Elbacor? Has the time come already?
Pardon?
Might I ask why you're here?
Certainly. I am here to settle loose ends. I have records of payments to this town, made by my colleague, the late Marius.
You know Marius? The reason this town has done so well as it has?
You could say that. We both serve the crown. Might I ask the nature of these payments?
Well, Marius has had us swear to secrecy, but if he's gone and if you knew him, what harm can it do now? 12 years ago, a lone man arrived bearing a young boy. He entrusted us with him and his identity, as well as a generous supply of gold. We were to protect him until such time came that he could come of age. I believe he'd be 17 now?
Might I have that boy's name?
You've come this far and heard me out for long enough. His name is Ezekiel Johannes Corian. Did you say...
Take us to him.
Of course.
Pardon me. Who would you be? I don't think... Wait, you seem familiar. That hair. It's unmistakable. Prince Zeke. I have finally found you. I apologize for everything.
Why are you apologizing, sir? And who are you?
Of course. Forgive me. I am Hyperius, Your Highness.
So, you know, then. That would explain it. You're so familiar, yet so foggy in my mind.
Do not trouble yourself for now. It is truly wonderful to see you alive.
Why have you come anyway? Father hasn't sent for my return.
Pardon?
Is that not what happened? Revolution broke out in Mavion, so Father faked my own death, and sent me out to Holanis to ensure my safety until I was grown?
Is that the story they told you? I see. Zeke, nobody alive outside of Holanis knows you live. Your father had no hand in this, and mourns you every day. Why would Marius... Did he think you'd leave? Father thinks I'm dead?
Who have I been writing to all this time?
It matters not. I know what I must do. I must return home and set everything to rights. Brilliantly said, Your Highness. That was my plan all along. Well then, no time to lose.
Sir Hyperius, Your Highness! It's an honor. Anyway, Hyperius, sir, we've got trouble. Bandits, all around us.
What in the... Where did they come from? This place has had bandits, but not anything of this scale. Well, Your Highness, your orders? What do you mean, orders?
We serve you now, Prince. We'll protect you until we die.
Alright. Orders. If we make a break for the west, we should be able to outrun them. This town has capable warriors. They'll survive without us. And I can't stay, knowing what I know. Very well. We're behind you, Your Highness.
Thank you. Give me one moment to grab something.
It's nothing special, but this lance, it just feels right in my hands. Ah, you've taken up lances. Personally, I've never mastered them. Bows, axes, and especially swords have always been my forte. Alexis here prefers axes herself. She's skilled at pressing advantages.
Back up. Did you mention bows? I have some archery as well.
You're an archer too? You're just like your father. It's not much, but I've got a bow and some extra medicine. Take it.
Thank you, Hyperius.
It's time to begin. I didn't think this day would come so soon, or that what I knew would all be so wrong. All I can do now is fight. Fight so I finally see Father once again. Welcome to the Zeke chapters. This short stretch of the game will focus on a smaller party. Don't worry, you'll unite with Blair and company soon enough. A few notes for Zeke's maps. Zeke cannot take items out of the convoy. However, he can still send items to the convoy. If an item drops exceeds inventory space, You won't be able to use these items until you unite with Blair. Make sure to use what you have. Additionally, there are no shops and no chances to sell any items. Because of this, while your displayed gold total is based on what Blair has, that won't end up mattering. Until you've united with Blair, any unit death will be a game over. For escape maps, Zeke doesn't have to be the last unit to escape. Starting now, talk conversations on maps will regularly give supports. This will carry over to Blair's maps. Good luck! Hope you've been enjoying the hack so far. Like I said, the hack would explain it fairly well. So this isn't my first time playing this chapter. The last time I did, I once again made a really stupid mistake, and that is mostly due to this bandit right here who has a Lance Reaver. That completely took out my main lord here, who wields lances and bows. But yeah, so Zeke, in terms of like lord growths, really solid. A really solid lord, nothing to complain about. Hyperius is the full-on Jagan of his party, which, again, isn't really considered, like, valid because his growth rates do allow him to be usable, and just given his whole, like, status as where he is in the party, as well as those solid growths and level, he is a true Ophe. Like an actual Ophe that isn't like, you know, lumped into a box. This guy is actually solid. He learns Resolve, I guess. Alexis, you know, at first glance, she's just another armor knight with a lot more balanced growth rates compared to her other knight counterpart in Joseph. But she excels incredibly well when, you know, utilizing the weapon triangle advantage in her favor. I like this whole throwback to Shin Megami Tensei. I didn't notice this the first time, but the skill itself is called Press Turn, and so it allows her to move again after exploiting the weapon triangle. So kind of like how SMT works, where if you exploit an enemy weakness, you get a flashing turn icon. She works just like the press turn system, so if she exploits an enemy weakness, whether it be the weapon triangle advantage itself, for example, in the case of this enemy right here, she can attack, and she's able to move again. So it really does come in handy, like, solidly come in handy. She has the potential to, because of that skill, to, like, greatly exceed, you know, Joseph's capabilities. I think the only limitation is her movement, but because of that press turn, like, she can bounce off enemies depending on the weapon triangle advantage, which is solidly advantageous, like, solidly advantageous. I love that mechanic. I love that mechanic, man. So, you've served my father? Correct. It's been, what, 40 years now? I'm getting old. My father, what is he like? I hardly remember him. And anything I thought I knew from letters was a lie. Your father, King Brandel, he's a just man. He'll stand for his people until his dying breath. I see. He's also, as I said, a skilled marksman. You're quite young, but I already see his talent shining through in you. I wonder if he'll be proud of me. Of course, Your Highness. Well, we can talk about your father later. We must proceed. Of course, Hyperius. My apologies. Cool. I'm gonna put Alexis out here to grab that. Oh. Oh, she's gonna gain the, some solid EXP here. Yeah, once she kills, she can actually just move back here, which, you know, is going to be necessary since I need to open this chest, grab the opportunist skill. That's going straight on to Zeke, because he's going to be able to exploit that much better than, like, anyone here. And, you know, that's the strange thing, like, the opportunist skill, I think the first appearance is on Butch, but he cannot utilize that enough unless it's a bow wielder. Or, because if the foe can counter, like, so many different foes can counter from one range. In that. And that whole, like, system. So, he's not going to be able to utilize, well, like, Opportunist is not going to be, like, as utilizable as others. So, instead of going that way, I might just go this way this time, just because it's... Okay, so that guy has a Brave Sword, that has a Vulnerary. Okay, so we're gonna gain a decent amount of Vulneraries on this. I'm gonna keep Hyperius there, just because we'll have a... Oh, here we go.
Are you exhausted, girl? Fine. We'll pause a moment.
Pardon me. Who goes there? This place is unsafe.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Anyone but him.
This sent me the first time. Wait. A Pegasus? Are you perchance from Albacore?
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! What do I say? What do I say?
Your hair seems... Wait a moment. I recognize you. You're Layla, one of the deserters.
God damn it. Alright, you got me. What do you need?
What are you doing?
What?
You're of the Albacore Pegasus Knights. It's your duty to serve the crown.
I left that life. Look, if we're going to have a problem, you can take it up with my blade.
Do you really think you can strike me down? Your former commander?
No. Goodbye.
Have you no pride left?
Never had any to start with. Look, I loved catching up, truly, but I've got to get going. What's that look for? Your content means nothing, old man. God damn it. Fine, just... I'm not staying. For long, that is. I'm just doing this to shut you up.
Good to have you back in the ranks.
It's still funny.
But, yeah, normally I am all for, like, using and utilizing flyers to their, like, bestest ability. The thing is, Layla got shafted in a way wherein she's in the wrong class. She is so much in the wrong class. If she's going to be useful, she needs some kind of thing like the Mercury boots to at least, like, rebalance her stats a little bit and allow her to, like, utilize the caps that she has as a Pegasus Knight. Otherwise, she's just not going to be as useful as other flyers in the game, unfortunately. Like, Athena is much better, considering she has growth rates that actually exemplify her caps. Rachel's better since she has growth rates that exemplify her caps. Layla will suffer from being able to cap her strength and magic early just due to, like, the lower caps of the actual Pegasus classes. Whereas, yeah, I don't know. She suffers from that, and it sucks because she has the movement utility, which I will be utilizing, but as a combat unit, nothing more than that. unfortunately, unless I give her one of those growth modifiers. I'm gonna have Alexis gain this kill. Press turn! You know, I'm just gonna say this right now. I think Retina did a much better job of actually, you know, crossing the SMT over with Fire Emblem, HP, strength, skill, speed, luck, and res. I think Retina did a much better job of crossing over SMT with Fire Emblem, just based on like those little references and the uses of SMT music for the main like battle themes. Like that's much more solid. Learn Opportunist. Okay, so you're over there, and you're just gonna be able to block the way there. Okay. Nice. Another lucky miss. This is going much better than last time. Zeke, gain a level and utilize those high skill and speed grows. HP, magic, skill, speed, res. Solid lord growth. That is a solid lord growth, man. And, oh my god, Hyperius is the only person that can utilize that Brave Sword right now. God. Oh, that would be too broken if he were to just, like, solo that on his own. I'm gonna make sure that, yeah, I can't move. That Brave Sword fighter is going to be a bit of a challenge there. There we go. Another kill for Zeke. And more experience to try and get him up the levels there. A Pistis icon, that's solid. I think I might just... I'm just gonna keep going up this way just so we can... Okay, we have an avenue to clear up. And he's gonna gain yet another support. I never said you have to stay, just for the record. Don't give me that. I saw that glare you gave me. If I left, you would have found me and judged me. You're a brilliant fighter. Why did you leave? I never wanted this life. Does anyone want this life? Serving a crowned head that can toss them away on a whim? Our king is a righteous man. Whatever you say, clearly you're beyond saving. So, have you just been wandering around these past 3 years? Yeah, can't say it's easy, but it's fulfilling. Again, you know you can leave whenever you want. Okay. I'm gonna trade a few things here. I don't want to waste that elixir since it's a lot more precious here. Okay, this is gonna be a bit more intense. Probably. That brave sword will be a bit more of a hassle. Yeah, so that guy has the Lance Reaver, so don't want to, like, do too much there. Opportunist. Oh, crits! That is a solid crit animation. I didn't see that the last time. Okay. Level 9, HP, Strength, Speed, Res. Still solidly growing. Ugh. Yep. This is a good position to be in right now. You only get one hit from that guy. Don't like that. Silver sword and an iron sword. Oh, can chip him with the iron sword. Why not? The animation looks like it was inspired by Lin a little bit. Opportunist. Okay. Gain the brave sword. From that encounter, solid. We are almost in almost in range of some solid, like, save points, like, usage. And Zeke is continuing to get up to speed. Opportunist time. Bye-bye. And another level up for him. HP, skill, luck, defense. I'm not going to need the brave sword until later, so that's solid. I want more medicine. Anywho, first part of the Zeke chapters. Done with that. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, you wonderful weirdos. This is going to be a little bit different for a few videos. Thank you so much for all the support, even though it has been dwindling. I know that. Hopefully this little change up will spark some things. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Stay classy.